Now let's go to our third attachment style. This is called the fearful-avoidant, and it's like having the combination of the dismissive and the preoccupied style. Can you imagine what's happening there? Yeah. So this is high anxiety and high avoidance. This is a very unstable and unpredictable idea, view about themselves and about others. This is a person that probably has gone through a major childhood trauma or something that was painful during their childhood, a loss or childhood abuse. I'm not saying that the other styles are excluded from going through painful childhood experiences. Of course, it's possible. But here we're talking about a very unpredictable idea of themselves and of the world. This is the person that responds in a very unpredictable and unstable way towards the partner. You don't know which side of them you're going to see every morning they wake up. It's going to be the nice, vulnerable, close, intimate side of them, or it's going to be the distant and aloof side of them. They're going one step forward, two steps backwards. When they reach out to their partner because they would like to have more intimacy and closeness and connection, and the partner responds in that way, then they suddenly feel scared and they go two steps back and they want their time, their space, their distance again. So it's really confusing to be with a person that you don't know what they want. Do they want to be committed in the relationship or they don't want? Do they feel safe in this relationship or they don't? Because you get mixed signals of both directions. And I understand that this is difficult for a person living with them, but imagine what's happening with the person with the fearful-avoidant attachment style. They're struggling every single day with their fears and their needs, and one canceling the other. So that was the fearful-avoidant style. Let's go to the fourth box, which is at the opposite side, which is low anxiety and low avoidance, which is called the secure attachment style. When we're talking about the secure attachment style, it doesn't mean that the people that they have the secure attachment style, they don't fight, they're happy all the time, they're confident, and they ooze happiness, joy, and contentment about life. No. Also, people with secure attachment style, they break up, they go into conflicts, they fight with a partner, but they react emotionally in a different way. So their idea of themselves, of their own worth, and of the other person is not being completely devastated when they have a fight or when there's a threat in the relationship. They manage to sustain the idea that they have about themselves. They manage to keep safe feelings. So if they have a fight, actually, to put it in simple words, they don't think immediately that, oh my God, that's the end of the relationship. Oh my God, he's going to break up with me. Oh my God, she doesn't love me anymore. No. They still think the same thing about themselves, about their relationship, that they are safe, but it's just a fight. And we are going through that together. And we are going to resolve this together. That's what we mean with the secure style, that they manage to maintain the safety that they feel, that they are important human beings and they deserve to be loved, which is something that for the other attachment styles, the insecure attachment style, the other three we mentioned, is not happening. So to give you an example, a more concrete example, imagine that your partner is going for a weekend away with his friends. His, her friends, doesn't matter. For a person that has the dismissive attachment style, they are going to feel scared deep down, but on the surface, they are going to be really cool about that. Sure, it doesn't matter for me. We don't need to be together all the time. And we don't even need to call each other when you're there for the weekend. Let's take a break. Let's breathe a little bit in this relationship. And don't think about me and don't care how am I doing. I'm going to be fine. You don't need to worry about me. So immediately they start dismissing their fears and their feelings. What happens with the preoccupied style? They immediately go into panic. oh my God, it's going to be 2 days. And what if you find somebody there? And if you leave me? And how often are you going to text me? And please text me when you arrive and when you leave and before you go to bed and after you wake up. And when their partner is there, they also are in the panic mode. Maybe they saw it, maybe not. Maybe they saw it by calling them or texting them. And why have you texted me? Or maybe they don't saw it. But then they call their friends and they are in a panic and they cry all day and they are devastated and they miss their partner so much as if they are away for 2 years, not 2 days. They are into this emotional turbulence, and that's why we call it the preoccupied attachment style. It's a very anxious place to be. However, a person with a secure attachment style, they are in tune with their feelings and they are okay to admit that they are going to miss them. So I'm going to miss you when you're there for 2 days, of course, because I like spending time with you and especially during the weekends. But I also understand that it's healthy that you go with your friends and you spend time with them. Check in with me and I will check with you and it's going to be okay. And while the partner is there, they are not into panic. They have a healthy amount of worry or of care about them, but at the same time, they feel that they are complete. They can be 2 days without the partner. They're not dying without them. Now, what happens with the dismissive and the avoidant? Probably you know already that they attract each other a lot. Why? Because the first moments, the first days or months that they encounter each other, they really feel attracted because they see something that they don't have. So the preoccupied style sees the avoidant style and says, oh wow, look at this confident, these how they contain their feelings and how they can keep their feelings inside them and they can be cool. This is what the avoidant style, the dismissive style is showing to the outside world. So they're jealous of that, they admire that, and they're like, okay, maybe if I am with that person, I can learn how to contain and self-soothe and self-regulate my feelings. On the opposite side, the dismissive attachment style, they see the preoccupied and they're actually jealous and admire of how they feel, how comfortable they feel with expressing their feelings. And they're like, oh wow, look, she's feeling okay with expressing her fears and her anger, and she has all the vocabulary, and maybe I can learn something from her or him. So that's why they attract each other a lot. There's no right or wrong here, because that's the attraction and it's okay when we learn from each other. But at the same time, we need to be aware of the triggers. Because what happens with attachment style is that this is the style that we created from our childhood, and this is something that will follow us in our relationships. We cannot completely change it, but we can be more aware so that we can control it and we can be less triggered and less acting out in our relationships. So what we can do so that we can change from either the avoidant, dismissive, or from the preoccupied to a more secure style is, first of all, know your style. Know what's your type. That's going to be following you for years, but now you're just becoming more aware of that and you can control it. Know the behaviors behind your style. What are you doing? You're criticizing, you're getting angry, you're becoming passive aggressive, you're giving a silent treatment, or you're hiding behind your books, behind your computer. What are your behaviors behind your attachment style? Know your style. That's fundamental before we change it. And when you are aware of your style, explain it to your partner. Sit down and talk about it. What is your style? What is my style? Where is it coming from? Why are we doing what we're doing? So that they can become aware that when you're pushing them or when you're taking the distance from them, it's not because you don't like them. It's how you learn to cope with the perceived threat, with the fear that you're feeling at that moment. And then the discussion is not about whether you like me or not, but the discussion is, what did you see right now and you got scared? What happened with you and you got scared? That's a completely different discussion between two partners. And last but not least, make sure that you find a partner who not necessarily is insecure, that would be ideal, but a partner who wants to travel that way with you. to go through that journey with you from whatever style you're both coming from to build a more secure relationship, a more secure attachment style. That's going to be an amazing relationship and an amazing journey in your relationship. So I hope it was helpful. I hope you got an idea about the attachment styles. I'm here if you have more questions, please put them in the comments below and I will definitely go back and answer them. Also, if you want more information about relationships, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, but also click on the bell so that you can get notifications when I post, when I upload a new video. And we have a lot of videos about relationships and about anxiety and about perfectionism, so you're going to find many things about your self-awareness and relationships in there. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.